Let's use a table to look at the proportional relationship between variables. So how do we know if the relationship between two variables is proportional? Let's define a few terms. Two variables have a proportional relationship if the ratio of one variable to the other is constant. So if x and y have a proportional relationship, the constant of proportionality is the ratio of y to x. For example, let's say Camilla is finding the perimeter of different sized squares, comparing the length of one side to the total perimeter, and recording values in the table below. Now I can tell you that there is a proportional relationship between the side length of the square in inches, which we'll call x, and the perimeter of the square in inches, y. Can we use this table to find the constant of proportionality? Well, since x and y have a proportional relationship, the constant of proportionality is the ratio of y to x. That means the ratio of perimeter to side length equals a constant. Let's calculate that ratio for each row of the table. A perimeter of 4 inches over a side length of 1 inch equals 4. A perimeter of 8 inches over a side length of 2 inches equals 4. 12 inches over 3 inches equals 4. And 20 inches over 5 inches equals 4. The ratio for each pair of x and y values is 4, so the variables have a proportional relationship. The constant of proportionality is 4 inches in perimeter per inch in side length. That's not so bad. I think we can do this. Let's try out a few real-world examples and see if the relationships are proportional. As a young girl, Bridget enjoyed watching her father make things in his woodworking shop. Now that she's grown up, Bridget builds wooden furniture for a living. Her most popular product is a cedar porch swing. This table shows the relationship between the time in days Bridget spends making porch swings, x, and the number of swings she builds, y. According to the values in the table, do x and y have a proportional relationship? And if so, what is the constant of proportionality? To determine whether the variables have a proportional relationship, we need to calculate the ratio of swings to days for each row in the table. If these ratios are the same, the relationship is proportional. 3 swings over 6 days equals 0.5. 4 swings over 8 days equals 0.5. 8 swings over 16 days equals 0.5. And 10 swings over 20 days also equals 0.5. The ratio for each pair of x and y values is 0.5. So the variables have a proportional relationship. The constant of proportionality is 0.5 swings per day. In other words, Bridget makes 1/2 of a swing each day. Gina's grandparents get her a puppy for her 13th birthday. She names the puppy Scout. Gina does a good job taking care of Scout, and she's growing so fast. This table shows the relationship between Scout's age in months, x, and her weight in pounds, y. According to the values in the table, do x and y have a proportional relationship? And if so, what is the constant of proportionality? Let's calculate the ratio of pounds to months for each row in the table. 6 pounds over 1 month equals 6. 18 pounds over 4 months equals 4.5. Well, 6 and 4.5 are not the same, so we already know that the relationship is not proportional. If we keep going, the ratio keeps decreasing. 26 pounds over 6 months is 4 1/3, and 42 pounds over 10 months is 4.2. There is no constant of proportionality because the relationship is not proportional. Cole wanted to drive a car that uses less gasoline, so he bought a hybrid. This table shows the relationship between the volume of gasoline Cole's car uses when driving on the highway in gallons, x, and the distance he drives it on the highway in miles, y. According to the values in the table, do x and y have a proportional relationship? And if so, what is the constant of proportionality? Once again, let's calculate the ratio of miles to gallons for each row in the table. 194 miles over 5 gallons equals 38.8. 291 miles over 7.5 gallons equals 38.8. 388 miles over 10 gallons equals 38.8. And 873 miles over 22.5 gallons equals 38.8. The ratio for each pair of x and y values is 38.8. So the variables have a proportional relationship. The constant of proportionality is 38.8 miles per gallon. So get out there and find some more constants of proportionality.